right. Shalom Yasharala. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teaching rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back with another video into the lesson. All right, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, to you hopeful elect brothers and sisters out there. And the title of this one's going to be called The Blessing and Promises of Israel. All right. And, this is a conversation that should come up when we shouldn't really, we don't need to talk to these Christians, but when Christians come up, and they say all nations can be saved, we should ask them, who are the promises for? Who was the promises given to from the beginning? All right, who were the blessings for? Who was the covenant made with, by blood unto sacrifice? All right. Who's the Lord really? Well, there's only one nation that the Lord is really dealing with, and that's the nation of Israel, man. They done all of that. Okay, they in the wilderness 40 years. Okay, the Lord gave them the laws, statutes, and the commandments. All right, and before that, with our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, He gave them. All right, and made a covenant with them, and a promise. All right, and passed on the blessing. All right, and we'll read it. Because, these Christians, they think that all nations can be saved. If you just repent to who the world called Jesus, that wasn't his name, you'll make it, because sometimes, a lot of these Christians, they don't read the Old Testament. They go straight to the New Testament, so you really, you're not even, you skip a whole, half of the Bible and go straight to the New Testament, so they're reading the Bible completely wrong. But you gotta have the Holy Spirit to deal with you to even understand the Bible, the scriptures. But let's first start with, let's first get, all right, let's go to Genesis. Let's go to first chapter 5, all right, because you'll have people say, well, if the promises are for Israel, what about Adam and, Seth and all of that, because they say that Abraham wasn't an Israelite. They'll say things like that. Noah wasn't an Israelite, but they were of a chosen lineage. Okay, you can go read on your own, but I'll go through it a little bit. Genesis 5. Okay, and I'm gonna just jump down to verse 3. And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness, right, after his image, and called his name Seth. All right, because Abraham. So I got Abraham on the mind. Adam, his first, son was his first sons were Cain and Abel. Okay, now we know Abel was murdered by his brother. We know that Abel was chosen, because of his verse 4, Genesis 4:4, and Abel, he also brought the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof, and the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. You see, but Abel was murdered by Cain. All right, so then Adam and Eve, they had another child. Okay, and they named him Seth. Okay, and in the days of Adam, after he had begotten Seth, were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. So Adam had more sons. He had more children. Okay, now we don't know who they were, but he had more sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And then it goes on from Seth. Then Seth, he had Enos. Okay, then Enos, he got Canaan. Then Canaan had Mahalalel. Mahalalel, okay, had Jared. All right, and this is a chosen lineage that's going through. Jared, he had Enoch. Okay, and we know the story of Enoch. It says, and Enoch lived 65 years and begat Methuselah. Okay, and Enoch walked with the Most High after he begat Methuselah 300 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with the Most High, and when he was not, for the Most High took him. He was He was translated. He was beamed up into a chariot. Okay. So Enoch, he was of that chosen line. All right. Then Methuselah had Lamech. Then Lamech had who? He had Noah. Okay. And he called his name Noah, saying, "This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed." And Lamech lived after he begat Noah 595 years, and begat sons and daughters. So Noah, he had brothers and sisters. And all the days of Lamech were 707 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and he begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. All right, so Noah was and these are the sons of God, by the way. So Noah is one of a direct lineage of the sons of God. All right. Then you move. All right, the flood happened. All right, people were destroyed. Noah was saved. Him, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives were saved. All right, the flood subsides. Okay, and then a covenant was made. The covenant of the rainbow with the Lord. He said would never flood the earth again. All right. But let's read this, Genesis 9, and jump to the point in 26. Right, this is what it says. Genesis 9 and 26. And he said, "Blessed be the Lord, power of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant." Why does it say that? Blessed be the Lord, power of Shem. All right, because Shem was of that chosen lineage. All right. Besides his other brothers, Ham got cursed. Right, and Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, "Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren." And he said, "Blessed be the Lord, power of Shem." The Lord's name is Yahweh. "And Canaan shall be his servant." Okay. "The Most High shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant." And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. And all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. See, so we're following a lineage of chosen men. So they may not be Israelites, but there was a chosen lineage set up. All right, then you go to descendants of Noah. All right, Japheth had sons, Ham had sons, and Shem, he had sons. All right, and his sons had sons. Okay. Go to Genesis 11, then the Tower of Babel. But then it goes back to the descendants of Shem. It says, these are the generations of Shem. But Shem, all right, means name. Okay, that's why we say Bahashem in the name. All right, Shem means name. The eldest son of Noah and progenitor of Semitic tribes. Okay, he was the chosen of that lineage of Noah. Okay, out of Noah 3 sons, he was chosen to be next. It says, these are the generations of Shem. All right, so we come from Shem. We're Shemites. All right, Shem was 100 years old and begat Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. All right, Esau, they're Shemites, but they try to say we're anti, all right, Sem, but it's Shem though. But that's another lesson for another day. It says, then these are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begat Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he begat Arphaxad 500 years and begat sons and daughters, same way the sons of God were. These are descendants of the sons of God, by the way, because Noah was a son of God. All right, his father was Lamech, but as we read, and Arphaxad lived 35 years and begat Selah. And Arphaxad lived after he begat Selah 403 years and begat sons and daughters. And it goes on. Selah had Eber. All right, that's where we get Hebrew from. Eber, or Ibar in the Hebrew, the region beyond. Okay. Eber, perhaps eponyme of Hebrews. What does eponyme mean? It says a person after whom a discovery, invention, place, etc. is named or thought to be named. Okay. So let's go to Ibar. It means a region beyond or across, aside. Okay, then Eber, he had Peleg. Peleg had Ru. Ru had Serug. Again, we're following a chosen lineage. These are not Israelites. These are sons of God, descendants of sons of God. But there's a chosen lineage set up. Okay, like I said, they had sons and daughters. So out of their sons and daughters, out of the sons and daughters they beget, these are chosen men. Ru begat Serug. Serug, he had Nahor. Nahor had Terah. All right, this is Abraham's father. All right, and Terah lived 70 years and begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Now, out of the three sons of Terah, who was of the chosen? Abram or Abraham. Okay, and it says, now these are the generations of Terah. Terah begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran begat Lot. All right, now was Lot an Israelite? No. Okay, but he's of the chosen. All right. It says, and Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity, and Ur of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nahor took them wives. And the name of Abram's wife was Sarai. And the name of Nahor's wife, Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Iscah. But Sarai was barren, and she had no children. All right. All right, if you read on, Terah took Abram, his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife, and they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan, and they came unto Haran and dwelled there. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. All right, and then what? Go to chapter 12, Abram's journey to Egypt. Now it says, now the Lord said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, right? And from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee, and I will make thee of a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, okay, and curse them that curseth thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Now Christians will read this and say, see, all the families, all nations, right? Let's get this word families. See what it means. And in Hebrew it's Masha Pacha. I can't say that. I hope I'm saying that right. Masha Pacha. Masha Pacha. All right. It says clan, family, tribe, people, nation. Okay. Guild, aristocrats. Strong definition, a family, i.e. circle of relatives. Figuratively, a class of persons, a species of animals, okay? By extension, a tribe or people, family, kindred. And what does kindred mean? Don't kindred mean, well, it says relatives. See what relatives look. Let's look that up. It says consider in relation or in proportion to something else, existing or possessing a specifies like a characteristic only in comparison to something else, not absolute. Okay, this is a person connected by blood or marriage. See, like we have relatives, we cousins and nephews. Those are relatives. All right, so it says a family, i.e. circle of relatives, a class of persons. All right, you get the point. All right, so it's not talking about all nations. Okay, but let's get our first one, Genesis 17:9. All right. Let's see what's else in here. Nope. Yep. So when you go through it, Abraham was promised a son. Genesis 15. It says, and I read verse 2. And Abram said, Lord power, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus? And Abraham said, behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir. And behold, what the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, this shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir. And he brought him forth abroad, and said, look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto them, so shall thy seed be. And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness. You see that? So the Lord promised Abraham an heir, right? So now let's go to, Abraham, he had a son. His firstborn was Ishmael, right? Okay, get Genesis 17 and jump down to verse. I read verse 1. It says, and when Abram, I'm going to start at verse 1 and I'm going to jump down to verse 19, okay? And I don't want to make this too long, I just want to make the points. And it says, and when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord Yahweh appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the almighty power. Walk before me and be thou perfect. And I'll make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face, and the Most High talked with him, saying, as for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Neither shall neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made thee. And he had many sons, Ishmael, Isaac, and 6 sons with Keturah. He had 8 sons altogether, right? And they had sons. All right, that's where you get nations. It says, and I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee, and their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a power unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. You see, and I will give unto thee, and to thy seed after thee, the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan for an everlasting possession. Now be their power. Now who was this covenant to? Because Ishmael didn't get this covenant, nor did the 6 sons of Abraham, which he had by Keturah. All right. This covenant was given to Isaac. And the Most High said unto Abraham, thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore, thou and thy seed after thee and their generations. Okay. Jump down to verse 15. And it says, and the Most High said unto Abraham, as for Sarai thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be. And I will bless her, and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, and said in his heart, shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah, that is 90 years old, bear? Then Abraham said unto the Most High, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. Right? He should say, just give the covenant to Ishmael, because they were old. They couldn't really. Abraham was 90. What do you say? Abraham was 99, and Sarah was 90. So they were, old, up in age. It says, and the Most High says, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And that's really a miracle, man. At 90 years old, and you old in age, you really can't really produce seed like that. But the Lord say you will still bear a son. You see, and the Most High says, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed. Although she's old up in age, she's still gonna bear Abraham a son. Abraham's still gonna produce seed and bear children. Mind you, Salaki, I let's keep going. And the Most High says, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant. What does a covenant mean? Okay. So covenant, Barayath means covenant, alliance, pledge, okay, between men, treaty, alliance, league, constitution, ordinance, all right, agreement, alliance between God and man, okay? So the Lord made a covenant between him and Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and the Israelites, okay? That continued, and it says, I read it again, and the Heavenly Father says, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, And thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. Isaac would have how many sons? He would have two. He had Esau and Jacob, but who was given that promise? Okay, who was given that covenant? And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. So the Lord, he blessed Ishmael, but he didn't get the covenant. He didn't get the promise. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year. All right. Then you go on. Okay. Salakia. Genesis 18. Let me see. This is when the Lord, was talking to Abraham. I believe it's in this chapter. Yeah, the Lord talking to Abraham about destroying Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, that's when it happened in the 19th chapter. Okay. You go to Genesis 21, right? Isaac is born. Genesis 21 and 1, and the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which the Most High had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as the Most High had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. You see, so Abraham was 100 years old, man, still getting down. Genesis 21 and 9. Jumping down, and Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, which that was her handmaid, which she had born unto Abraham mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even with Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. So it says, and the Most High said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman, and all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Okay, so in Isaac shall thy seed be called. He's going to attain the covenant. He's going to attain the blessings. See what the NLT says. It says, but the Most High told Abraham, do not be upset over the boy and your servant. Do whatever Sarah tells you, for Isaac is the son through whom your descendants will be counted. Okay. So let's move on. All right. So that covenant will be established with Isaac. Now let's get to Isaac. Genesis 26. All right. Then you go through the offering of Isaac, which the Lord tested Abraham. All right. His mother passes away. Sarah dies. Isaac gets up in age. Then he marries Rebecca. All right. Abraham. This is the Abraham Genesis 25 right here. Then again, Abraham took a wife. All right, and her name was Keturah, and she bare him Zimram. So he's still in his old age. Remember, Abraham is probably like in his hundreds around this time. Okay, and he's still having children. Man, that's the power of the Lord. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah, and she bare him Zimram and Jokshan and Medan and Median and Ishbak and Shua. 6 sons, man. All right. But jumping down to verse 5, and Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac, but unto the sons of the concubines, right, which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts, and sent them away from Isaac his son, while he yet lived, eastward unto the east country. Okay. See what the NLT says. It says, but before he died, he gave gifts to the sons of his concubines, and set them off to the land in the east, away from Isaac. All right, because Isaac, he was only dealing with Isaac at that time. All right, then Isaac had sons. Well, then Abraham died, right? Then Isaac had sons. And the sons were who? Jacob and Esau. All right. And who's gonna fulfill that covenant? All right, and Isaac's seed. Jacob will. All right. You know the story, Genesis 25, and Esau came out first, all red like a hairy garment. Then Isaac came. Okay, Isaac, Salaki. Then Jacob came out. All right. Going to Genesis 26 and 1. And there was a famine in the land beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. And the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt. Dwell in the land which I shall tell of thee. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read this in NLT. All right. It says, live here live here as a foreigner in this land, and I'll be with you and bless you. I hereby confirm that I will give all these lands to you and your descendants, just as I solemnly promised Abraham your father. Who is Isaac descendants? Okay, now like I say, he had Esau and Jacob. And then through Jacob will come the 12 sons, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? I will cause your descendants to become as numerous as the stars of the sky. Excuse me. And I will give them all these lands. And through your descendants, all the nations of the earth will be blessed. I will do this because Abraham listened to me and obeyed all my requirements, commands, decrees, and instructions. You see that? So him being obedient, all right, the Lord will establish a covenant between him, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He never did it for Moab or Ammon or the other sons that Abraham had. Ishmael, the 6 sons he had, Keturah. So where are these other nations coming into play at? These Christians, they try to twist the scriptures, all right, so it can fit their narrative, man. But it doesn't do that. No, it don't work like that, man. All right, and really they're adding, But let's continue. So we know that Isaac established that covenant, right? And let's go to Jacob. Genesis 35. First, let's get Genesis 28. Let's also read this in NLT. It says, so Isaac called for Jacob, bless him. This is when Jacob and Esau already got into a beef. Esau wanted to kill Jacob because of the blessing. It says, so Isaac called for Jacob and blessed him and said, you must not marry any of these Canaanite women. Instead, go at once to Padanaram, to the house of your grandfather Bethuel, and marry one of your uncle Laban's daughters. May the Most High, may Power Almighty bless you and give you many children, right? And may your descendants multiply and become many nations. May the Most High pass onto you and your descendants the blessings he promised to Abraham. May you own this land where you are now living as a foreigner, for the Most High gave this land to Abraham. That was the land of Canaan, all right, which the Lord, okay, which the Lord, he drove out those Hamite nations, all right. Let's see what this is. Okay. Yep. This is another one. Genesis. I forgot all about this. Genesis 28. I'm gonna start at 10. And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran, and he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of the place and put them for his pillows, and lay down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of the Most High ascending and descending on it. And behold, the Lord Yahweh stood above it and said, I am the Lord Yahweh, all right, God of Abraham thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Okay, let's get this word blessed. All right. What's the word blessed mean? The elder Apostle Tahar brought this out. And the Hebrew is barak. To bless, kneel. To kneel. Okay, to be blessed, bless oneself, to be blessed, to be adored, to cause, to kneel. So in a way, these other nations, they will be blessed, but they're gonna kneel before us, man. They're gonna recognize us as the true rulers of this world when that time comes. Okay, so they're gonna kneel before us, man. All right, but who are the seed? Who's the seed of Jacob? All right, who is this talking about? It says, "And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth," right? "And thou shalt spread abroad to the west and to the east and to the north and to the south. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed." All right, we know Jacob had 12 sons. All right, which became the 12 tribes of Israel. Yasharallah. Let's go to Genesis 35. Right? Jacob moves to Bethel. I'm going to jump down. Genesis 35 and 9. And the Most High appeared unto Jacob again. And when he came out of Padan Aram and blessed him, and the Most High said unto him, Thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. But he called his name Israel, or Yasharallah in the Hebrew. And the Most High said unto him, I am power almighty, be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. And he gave the land, all right, to the children of Israel, all right, which happened when we came out of Egypt, when Moses led us out of Egypt, all right. Let's go to the New Testament, okay. Let's get Acts 13. All right, because some will say, well, what's under the New Testament doesn't say that. Well, that's Acts 13. We're going straight to the point. And 32, and it says, And we declare unto you glad tidings, how that the promise which was made unto the fathers, who are the fathers? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Most High have fulfilled the same unto us, their children. We are the children of those men. All right. And that he have raised up Yahushua again, as it is also written in the second psalm, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. All right, we are the children of we are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the 12 sons that he had. We are the children of the promise, man. Okay, and that's not going to be changed. Let's get Hebrews real quick, 6 and 13. For when the Most High made promise to Abraham, because he could swear by no greater, he swore by himself. I read this in the NLT version. Okay, for example, there was the Most High's promise to Abraham, since there was no greater to swear by. The Heavenly Father took an oath in his own name, saying, I will certainly bless you, and I will multiply your descendants beyond number. Then Abraham waited patiently, and he received what the Most High had promised. Now when people take an oath, they call on someone greater than themselves to hold it to them, Salakia, than themselves to hold them to it. And without any question, that oath is binding. The Most High also bound himself with an oath, so that those who received the promise could be perfectly sure that he would never change his mind. And who received the promise, man? Like I kept saying in this video, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and his descendant. We are the descendants of the promise. So the Most High has given both his promise and his oath. These two things are unchangeable. This can't be changed. So the other nations, sorry, they can't get in, because it is impossible for the Most High to lie. Therefore, we who have fled to him for refuge can have great confidence as we hold to the hope that lies before us. Okay? So this can't change, man. The NLT, it says, wherein the Most High will willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs of promise the immutability of his counsel confirmed by an oath, that by two immutable things in which it was impossible for the Most High to lie, we might have a strong consolation, right? Who have fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us. What does immutable mean? All right. Immutable, not transposed, not to be transferred, fixed, unalterable. See? unchangeable. So you can't change what the Most High already established. All right, let's get Acts 3:26. Really, it's the 25th verse, I believe. Okay, so the promises and the blessings are for Israel. Acts 21. Whom the heaven must receive until the times of restitution of all things, which the Most High have spoken by the mouth of all his holy prophets since the world began. For Moses truly said unto the fathers, a prophet shall the Lord your power raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me. Him shall ye hear in all things whatsoever he shall say unto you. And that was talking about Yahushua. And it shall come to pass that every soul which shall not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. Yeah, and all the prophets from Samuel and those that follow after, as many as have spoken, have likewise foretold of these days. Ye are the children of the prophets, and the covenant which the Most High made with our fathers, saying unto Abraham, in thy seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed. Now look at this word kindreds. Now this word kindreds in the Greek is different from the one in Revelation 5 and Revelation 7. The Greek word is patria, okay, and it says lineage, running back to some progenitor or ancestor or ancestry. Who's the progenitor? Abraham was our progenitor. All right. This is a nation or tribe, a group of families, all those who in a given people lay claim to a common origin. Okay. We have a common origin with one another. All right. The Esau don't really have a well, their grandfather would be their grandfather would be Abraham, right? Because they came out of Isaac, right? But they don't have a partake in the blessing. But look at this definition. It says the Israelites, which distributed into 12 tribes, descended from the 12 sons of Jacob. These were divided into families, which were divided into houses. See that? So it says a paternal descent, a group of families or a whole race, nation, family, kindred, lineage. What's the word kindred mean? It says one's family and relations, relationship by blood, similar in kind, related. Okay, lineage. Look that up. Okay, lineage, lineal descent from an ancestry or pedigree. A social group tracing its descent from a single ancestor. Okay. These other nations, they don't go back to, well, I can't really say that, but they don't go back to Jacob. All right. So it says, ye are the children of the prophets and of the covenant which the Most High made with our fathers, saying unto Abraham, and all in thy seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed. Talking about Israel, man. Okay, let's see what the NLT says. 25, you are the children of those prophets, and you are included in the covenant the Most High promised to your ancestors. For the Most High said to Abraham, through your descendants, all the families on the earth will be blessed. Okay. And us having rulership, the other nations will be blessed in some type of capacity, but they will not be in rulership. They will not take place in the covenants. All right, they're not gonna have immortality. They're not gonna have new bodies. They're gonna be regular mortal people. But us, Israel, we'll be ruling forever. We'll have new bodies. Or we'll be righteous. We'll have the laws in our inward parts. All right, we'll be, bro. We're gonna be like superheroes in the kingdom. Okay, but Lord willing, was edifying to you brothers and sisters out there. All right, the blessing and promises are for Israel. So you Christians need to stop trying to say all nations can be saved. Well, that's not the case. The Lord don't even. Right now, the Lord's not don't even love all of Israel. All right, right. He's going to destroy 2/3 of the Israelites. So if he's going to destroy 2/3 of Israel, what makes you think he's going to save the other nations? So Lord, this lesson was edifying. All right, we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teaching for well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will you was edified. Till next video, I'm going to say, Shalom.